DVD. I don't have time to detail just how brilliant this is, but it's possibly the finest TV series ever made, better even than The Sopranos, for instance. Thrilling, tragic, shocking, and almost obscenely absorbing. It takes a couple of episodes to get into, but once you're in, you are in. Buy the box sets, watch it from the start, and you are in for a treat.
Yippee!
Finally, Deadwood, which airs on Sky and is also out on DVD. Another series so good it's downright humiliating, featuring a fantastic performance from erstwhile Lovejoy, Ian McShane.
I need to fuck something. Trixie!
I simply can't stress enough how good all three of these shows are. Make a note: The Shield, The Wire and Deadwood. Just get them.
Richard Dreyfuss and Danny DeVito star in our late film, 10 Men, an Hour.
Here on BBC One, after Question Time.
If you like to gamble, I'll tell you how you land. You win some, lose some, it's all the same to me. The pleasure is to play, it makes no difference what you say. I don't say greed, the only card I need is the ace of spades. The ace of spades.
Good evening, and welcome to Croydon.
Television costs money. So much money it would make your head spin around. Even a programme like this, which is low budget in telly terms, costs around £47,667 per episode. £47,667 per episode. Well, it does. And stop interrupting me.
Sorry.
Still, 47 grand, eh? Just imagine what you could do with that.
It's not enough to do something sensible with, but it's enough to do something silly with.
For a car.
Clothes. Definitely give some money to charity. Pay off my debts. Clothes.
Book a nice holiday. Get out of this country.
We should probably have just let them have it, to be honest. Anyway, outside the world of telly, that figure might seem astronomically high. So how does it break down? Well, even this sequence, in which all that's happening is I'm talking to you, this costs more than you might think. For starters, there's the camera guy. He's hired, together with all his equipment, from a facilities house. Furthermore, he's shooting on Digibeta, because it looks nicer than this. This is DV, which is cheaper and simpler to operate, but looks a bit bleary and grim by comparison. Oh, that's better. Anyway, the camera guy, the camera itself, and the sound man, costs around £850 a day. Here you go, you fleecing yeah, hope it chokes you. Then there's the rest of the production team to consider. We've got a series producer who keeps things all together, an assistant producer who assists him, 2 archive researchers who dig up old clips, another researcher who researches whatever it is that he does, a runner who has to fetch me a coffee every time I clap my hands. Run! A production manager who balances the books, a production coordinator who coordinates shit, and this man who we pay to stand in a corner of the office feeding banknotes into a shredder. Not now! And then finally there's me, the talent. Amazingly, this lot costs around £1,900 a day. Here you go, you useless sponging Then there's the cost of post-production, i.e. an edit suite where we chop everything visual together and add filters like this, or this. Make the picture do things like this, or add graphics like this. Because that's the sort of thing you modern telly-watching whippersnappers demand nowadays. There's also an audio dub so we can add voiceovers and mix it all together properly so it doesn't sound rubbish like this. Next there's clearance. Let's say I want to show you a clip from an old episode of Clopper Castle.
I say. What goes up when the rain comes down?
I don't know. What does go up when the rain comes down?
An umbrella.
Well, that's copyrighted material which has to be paid for. Unless, actually, you're showing it for the purposes of criticism and review, in which case you can often use it for nothing.
unfortunately, I'm not criticising or reviewing that at all, which means that old puppet nonsense has just cost the production £500. And it's not just moving images we have to pay for. Simply by holding up this copyrighted photo of former Environment Secretary John Selwyn Gummer, I've cost the production another 50 quid. I don't even want to. Every time you see a photo like this in the background of a TV show, chances are someone has had to pay to clear it. And these are just the things you can see. Now, music. Actually, we saved quite a lot of money here being on the BBC, thanks to their blanket agreement with the music industry. There's a lot of tunes that don't cost us anything. If I was on another channel, it might cost me a fortune to play, say, a bit of Sgt. Pepper. But this is the Beeb, so take it away, The Beatles. Weirdly, however, I can't show you the cover of Sgt. Pepper because they won't let us. I can, however, just throw it away, thereby blowing another £15 on a prop. And if I'm pissing the money away, I might as well push the boat out even further with another great picture of John Selwyn Gummer. Ooh, we're partying now! There are loads of other costs which are on your screen now if you're that bothered. Anyway, given how much our modest half hour sets the world back, imagine how much it cost to make something like this. Oh, those are horses. Those are notoriously expensive. They insist on being driven to the set every day in individual cars. Madness. Now, that's a courtroom. They had to build that 10,000 times actual size, apparently. And that judge's wig, that's not a wig, that's a rare orchid. Yes, telly is a terrifyingly expensive business, so it's not surprising some shows try to claw back some of that cash any which way they can. Way back in 1985, Live Aid viewers were shocked to pieces when Bob Geldof said, "Give us your fucking money." Terrible impersonation. And he never actually said that. What he actually said was this.
There are people dying now, so give me the money. And here's the numbers. We'll read them out.
No, we're probably going to get the address first, aren't we?
No, let's fuck the address. Let's get the numbers.
Noble sentiments there. Today, TV asks for your fucking money all the time. The only difference is the language has changed.
A. Strawberries.
Then you need to get on the phone.
B. Oranges.
Pick up the phone.
Or C. Bananas. To 81149.
It's exciting.
Ah, yeah, no, there is one other difference. This time round, none of the money goes to the starving. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think the answer is B. Beverly Allitt. Premium rate phone-in competitions have been a TV staple for years now, but recently there's been an explosion in the sheer amount of money grabbing that's going on. You've got reality show phone votes.
If Jason's your winner, then vote for him on 09011 21 4404.
You've got music stations running high-tech versions of those playground games in which you used to work out whether somebody fancied you or not. This is a really good match for the two of you. Safe to say that's a match then. Then there's interactive muck. Call centres, basically, that you can masturbate to.
Get that number, 0908 391 8000. It's going to be below us throughout the whole show.
Beep, beep, I done text it and her bum come out.
Option number 2 is Chardonnay, and option number 3 is Sarah. Her box looks like it's frozen.
Her what looks like it's what? Those are aimed at idiotic men. For idiotic women, there's this sort of thing. Psychic predictions through your TV.
Kerry up next says, will I pass my driving test tomorrow? Oh, Kerry, fingers and toes crossed for you.
Go slow now. Look at the cards there, yeah? Because the card for your driving test tomorrow shows you riding, a horse. Modern day horse is obviously a car.
7777. What are you waiting for?
You're the psychic, you tell me. There are also dedicated quiz channels, which are the TV equivalent of round-the-clock coconut shies.
It's exciting when you think you can walk away with £3,000 for one answer.
And there are TV casinos where you can play roulette while the presenters struggle with moral dilemmas.
I was actually thinking about joining the army.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really was.
What, you mean, going around...
Yeah, doing the killing, obviously.
Yeah.
Still, at least that's vaguely real. Here's something that isn't. CGI race courses where you can bet real money on unreal GGs.
Yes, come on! Hey! The little horsey go for a ride round Pixelland.
I suppose in today's kill-or-be-killed penny-pinching business environment, this sort of thing is only to be expected. But I also can't help feeling it somehow permanently alters the relationship between viewer and box, and not for the better. After all, the TV was once the centrepiece of the suburban living room, a fount of shared